let's start out with our preseason power rankings 30 through 21. It's the new year, man. Who we think is gonna be in these rankings, but we're gonna start from 30 to 21. Who do you have at number 30 to start off? I ain't gonna lie, I got the
Well,
Jazz.
before I go, I want people to know that these power rankings are very fluid. Okay, they change on a weekly basis. Okay, so when the season starts, I don't want people to think that these are our locked in, power rankings. These power rankings change throughout the season. But at 30, yeah, the Jazz. That should be an easy one. They're in a tankathon. They're trying to get a top three pick so they can get AJ or the Boozer twin. Um, so yeah, they're trying to get a top pick in next year's draft.
You know, when I was doing this, I was like, bro, how are the Jazz gonna get bro, are they they're really the worst team in the West? Like, I'm just looking at the
Yeah,
West.
for sure.
They're the
Yeah, for
worst
sure.
team in the West. And I don't think they're you can say, they could give such and such some go. I don't know. I don't know. They are bad. And I know I got the bet. I wrote it down last week. You said they will get more wins than the Nets. So I
Oh,
want to
I
play
still believe that. I still
and I
believe that.
and I don't know when, but I'm writing every bet on a piece of paper so I can have everything just right in there. But I wrote it down. The Nets are gonna have more wins than the Brooklyn Nets. I still
We
have
got
that.
two so far, right?
Well, you said that, and you said the
The
Hornets would
Bulls,
be
the one
better
about the
than the
Bulls.
Bulls. I got that written
Yeah.
down too. I don't have a bet. I don't have a bet. Oh yeah, remember we got three since this NBA season closed. We got 3 weeks left now. So up until that Tuesday night, you can switch your player out or a team. Remember that we can switch out a player or a
Hmm.
team out. But once the tip ball happen, lock for the whole season. Lock for the whole season.
I'm cool with what I got.
Yeah, man, the Jazz at 30, bro. The Jazz are terrible, bro. I look now, I'm like, yeah, I just it's gonna be really hard for them to get some wins, bro. Unless they go up against say another weak team in the East, but in the West, I ain't gonna lie, man, they could get some W's, some little shocking W's, but it's bro, I can't see them. Not, I don't know, bro. That's a bad team right there. I like
Bro,
Lori.
Will
He's
Hardy,
been.
he been going through it these last couple of years, boy.
I
Every
don't
time
think
I
he's a
see
bad
his
coach
face,
though.
nah, he's not. But every time I see his face, he look pissed because he know he ain't got no talent on the team, see? And then the talent that he do have, he can't really use because the owners want him to tank so they can get high draft picks. So it's like, ugh.
Yeah, I don't think
I hope they
I
don't
would.
fire him. I
Yeah,
hope they don't fire him.
I don't think he's a bad coach, bro. I just think he just has no talent. He does. He literally has no
Hmm.
talent. And then the Jazz didn't offer Walker Kessler an extension. That's
Which
one
was
of your
dumb.
that's one of your
Your
cornerstones.
cornerstones, yeah.
So I got the Jazz at 30, bro. At 29, Nets.
Yep, I got the Brooklyn Nets as well.
And
For me, it's a bunch of unknowns, a bunch of projects. Yeah, you got Michael Porter Jr. and Cam Thomas, but other than that, everybody's a project. Everybody's an unknown. You don't know what they're gonna do. So I got them right along with the Jazz as a tankathon team. They're just trying to get talent on that team
why do
some
you
way
think the Nets?
somehow.
Why do you think the Nets got more wins than them?
Than the Jazz.
Yeah, when we went through our over unders, why do you think the Nets have more? They're projected to get more wins than the Jazz. Because I feel like when I
The,
look, the Jazz have a little bit more talent on the team.
either the books are banking on Laurie being gone because I don't see Laurie still being there, bro. There's no point. Like, why are you still holding him hostage like that? There's no point in him still being there. You're literally just wasting his talent and his years in the league. But I think that they think that the Nets are gonna probably be more competitive because they got Michael Porter and Cam Thomas and Claxton and all. Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of.
To a degree,
And
I
then the
think it's
East
because
is
they're in
weak,
the
so
West.
yeah.
I think it's because the Jazz are in the West, so it's gonna be way more harder to get a W there. And the East is weaker,
Hmm.
so there's a chance the Nets come out this year and get say 3 shocking W's against a good team or something. It's a possibility, but it's with the Jazz, bro. It's just The only way the Jazz win is like you literally just take the foot off the pedal. Literally, bro. Like that's the only way you see, like, man,
It's
we
gonna be a
blowing
bunch
them
of
out.
blowouts.
Oh my god, bro. I feel bad for the Utah fans, bro. At least they got hockey now, so now they just don't got basketball. They got another sports over there. At 28, I got the Wizards. I got the Wizards.
I got the Chicago Bulls.
See, you're a hater. You're a hater. That's why you're a hater.
Why you got the Wizards right there?
Because with the Wizards, I still think, like I said, I still think they're going to be better, but I still feel like they're still going to be a bad team. And you got a lot of young guys. A lot of them were there. And then it's like, we talked about it last week. There's a chance CJ gone. Chris Middleton is gone. Now you're really going to be taking, and them guys ain't going to be like at least good enough to be like, put you, say, at least in the power rankings for mine, say like in the 26, 25 range or something like that. I think they're still going to be like a really bad team. Like, I think they probably is the worst team in the East over there. Honestly, like, they'll be better, but it's still like a bad team.
Well, and that's the worst team.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about the second worst team then.
Yeah.
No, it's crazy. I forgot about it.
Well, I had the Bulls here because, I don't believe in the Bulls' direction. I don't believe in anything they're doing. Yeah, you signed Josh Giddey back. When you extended him. But I believe that, I really do believe that Vucevic's going to be gone. I wouldn't be shocked if Kobe is gone too. So I got them. I think this is a development year for the Bulls.
I mean, they still got you got Montes, you got your guy Patrick Williams. So I mean,
he's a bum.
I'm kind of shocked you do have them there. I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of shocked, but I'm not. I'm shocked, but I'm not shocked because you don't like the Bulls for some reason. You are a Chicago native, brother. Root for your team. It doesn't.
I do root for
the
them. They just suck.
You root for the Bears?
Hey, I do root for the Bulls. They just suck.
Do they suck? I mean, hey, they
at least the Bears have made. At least the Bears have made moves and good moves to make that team better. What have the Bulls done besides draft Derrick Rose? Nothing.
They drafted Kobe White. I take that back. They traded for Zach LaVine and Lauri Markkanen, then let Lauri Markkanen go for some apparent reason. I still don't get why they did that. I still don't get
because he didn't develop as fast as they wanted. That's exactly.
It's crazy because as soon as he goes somewhere else, he's amazing.
Kill him.
It's amazing. Even 1 year on the Cavs, he was decent. He was good. Then you trade him to Utah, he became an all-star. Because remember, he came out. They say he was compared to Dirk. So he had another Dirk, and he's gone. I don't know.
Whoop-dee-doo.
Whoop-dee-doo. But on number 27, I do have the Bulls. That's where I got the Bulls. Again, the Bulls, yes, they are a bad team, but we know what they are, bro. They're gonna be faking it to the fans, talk about, hey, we're gonna try and be competitive, knowing damn well y'all not, and then they ain't gonna make the trades that we hope they do. Like my percentage on the Bulls trading Vucevic this year, it's probably like 40%. Because I feel like they're gonna keep him. I'm telling you, bro, if they are like when it gets to the trade deadline, they're kind of like, let's just say 2 games below 500, they keeping them. They're keeping them, bro.
So if they like a 9th or a 10th seed, they keeping them?
Yeah. Yes. They're gonna keep him because that's what the Bulls do. When they see they're close enough for a play-in spot, they don't trade. So yes, I believe that. Who you got at 27?
At 27, I got the Memphis Grizzlies. I think with because Jaren Jackson is still hurt to start the season. Edie is still hurt. And then other than, they don't really have that much talent on that team. They got Santi Aldama. They got some pieces, but I don't think that's enough for them to start off good. I think that the Grizzlies are going to start off bad, probably like in their first 20 games. I don't see them winning. I don't see them going 10-10. I see them going like 8-12 12 or like 6-14. Like I don't see them starting off good at all. I think that, and on top of that, I think that they might go into a tank year. I wouldn't be surprised if they tank this year. Because how far along is Jaren Jackson? I haven't looked at it, seeing how is he close to coming back.
Well, I
yet.
was gonna when we talked about the media day, I was gonna talk about that.
Okay, I will. Okay.
Damn, the Grizzlies that low? Even still with y'all?
Yeah, bro.
Wow.
I don't think John's not unless John come back shooting 40 from 3, which I don't think he gonna do.
Well, at 26, that's where I got your team, man. Charlotte Hornets. I got the Charlotte Hornets at 26. I mean, they got some nice jerseys over there. I like LaMelo. But man, question mark over there, bro. Is he gonna be healthy? A lot of them is high on Knipple. Brandon Miller. We hope he has a bounce back year. I still don't know who their starting center is. I still don't know that. I have no clue. But I mean, you got Miles Bridges still, but is that a team that could do something in the East? At least for me, I don't know. I think that they should be better, but it's a question mark with the injury. So I got the Hornets at 26.
At 26, I got the Washington Wizards. I really do think that the Washington Wizards are going to be competitive this year. I think with the addition of CJ McCollum was a good and a big addition for them because he was Mr. President of the basketball of the Players Association, and I think that he's going to instill some discipline, some values, and he's going to get them rookies to really, lock in. Well, they're not rookies anymore, but those young guys to lock in. I really do think that he's going to be really good for their development, and he's going to make that team competitive this year. I think they're going to be decent this year. I think they're going to be better than the Bulls for sure.
You gonna write that down too?
No, I'm gonna stick with my Hornets.
Okay. Okay.
I ain't gotta write everything down.
I mean, you only got 2.
I ain't gotta step in anything.
Man, just say all the weak teams are gonna be better than the Bulls, bro. Just say that, bro. Just say that. At 25, I got the Suns. Here, bro. Devin Booker, Jalen Green, Mark Williams. You saw that picture of Malawatch, man. They say he gained some weight.
Yeah, he looked bigger too. No, did he?
Malawatch, Dillon Brooks. They said they like Dillon Brooks. I think Dillon Brooks is gonna come with a chip on his shoulder this year. The bench is whatever with Grayson Allen, Royce O'Neal. They got Kobe Bryant. It's not bad, but it's with Devin Booker, can him and Jalen Green lead that team to enough wins to make a push? I don't know. There's a chance, but I really don't know. But like I said, I'll be talking this team gonna be better than what people think. But I don't think they're good enough to say be at least for me in 20s through what we do next week, 20 through 10. No, 20 through 11 or something. I don't think they're good enough, but the Suns are gonna be better. But I do got the Suns at 25.
Oh yeah, 25. I got the Suns as well. I think that they're like we've been saying this whole offseason, they're going to be competitive. They're not going to be a free W coupon. Even though it's a lot of new additions on that team, I think Devin Booker is going to do his best to try to make everything gel quickly. But I think they're definitely going to be one of the they're not going to be the weakest team in the West, but they're going to be fighting for that playing spot for sure. So yeah, I got the Suns.
You don't get your AirPods in?
Yeah, I do.
You don't sound as clear as before. You clear, but you don't sound as clear. 5 minutes ago. But at 24,
probably finna die.
Huh? Oh, they about to die.
I was saying probably finna die.
Yeah, why your AirPods be dying so damn fast?
They're the older generation.
They still shouldn't die that fast, though. The newer ones last a long time. They last 6 hours. I got the newer one. They last 6 hours, bro. Those are decent. But at 24, I got the Sacramento Kings right here, man. They didn't get Jonathan Kuminga, so now it's with Dennis Schroeder, DeRozan, Zach LaVine, Sabonis, and Keegan Murray. No, on paper that lineup isn't bad, but I feel like the West is just so deep and too much firepower there. I just don't think it's going to be enough for them to get some W's, man. I think they probably are going to be a bottom team. Could they fight for a play-in? Yeah, they could fight for a play-in, but I just think, like, I just don't believe in this team. I talk about them a lot, like they're just all over the place, which they are, but the Kings are just the Kings, man. They do a lot of dumb stuff. So, but I do have them at 24. They're okay, I guess. The Kings are okay.
Oh, I got the Kings higher on my list.
Yeah,
But at 24, I got your Pacers. I got your Pacers. I think that obviously we know losing Miles Turner, and losing Tyrese was a big hit to them. And Rick Carlisle is a good coach, but missing those two guys, that's going to be key. I know they're going to hang their hat on defense and transition, but it's unknown if Andrew Nimhart or Aaron Nesmith or Ben Mathurin, if they can step up and actually, make this team competitive enough to where they can win a bunch of games. I think that's gonna them two injuries and that departure. Well, that injury and that departure of Miles Turner, is gonna hurt them a lot, especially when Huff or James Wiseman might be your starting center. So, even though I am high on James Wiseman this season, still an unknown. It's a bunch of unknowns right there in Indy, and I got them at 24.
I think the Kings are going to be better than the Pacers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. At 23, this is where I have the New Orleans Pelicans. I like Zion, like Trey Murphy. Herb Jones is a great defender. But my Alexa talking to me. But bro, I was like, the hell? But I forgot. Oh, Jordan Poole is decent, but that bench, I don't know about that bench. That bench kind of scares me. I think it's like Jose Alvarado, Derek Queen is not there, Jeremiah
Jeremiah.
Fear. I don't even know if he could get like some legit, like a lot of minutes this year, bro. Like, I don't know. I can't see it. And then when DeJounte comes back, I mean, yeah, you got Zion, but Zion's still a mystery. If he stays healthy, bro, I think they got a chance. But for now, I can only put them where I think they are, which is at 23. But they got a lot of decent pieces. But the West is tough, bro. Like I'm telling you, man, this West it's tough. So I got the Pelicans at
It's a
23.
gauntlet out there.
It is a
Gauntlet
gauntlet.
out there.
It's definitely a gauntlet, bro.
At 23, I got the Toronto Raptors. I think the Toronto Raptors, I think they might, between them and the Hornets, those two are gonna be the ones fighting for that 10th spot in the East. I like their roster. With the additions of Brandon Ingram, I just wonder how they're gonna make it all gel together. Because adding Brandon Ingram, that's a big piece to the puzzle. And then now, what are you gonna do with RJ? Because Scotty, and Ingram, they all play the same position, bro. And you can't have all three out on that court. Granted, we haven't seen it yet, so we really don't know. But I don't think it's really a good fit. So I got them here at 23.
At 22, this is where I got the Blazers. I got the Blazers at 22, bro. I do think the Blazers are gonna be better. But when we talk about that West, man, it gets tough. I am high on. I love Shaden Sharp. I always damn near draft on my fantasy team. We talked about Denny Avdia last time as a top 10 small forward. Klingon gonna be a dog. I think he is gonna be a dog. But at the
He
same
better be in
time,
better condition.
I hope so. He a tall dude too. What he like 7'3" or something? He looked 7'3" or
I'm
7'2" or
okay.
something.
Yeah.
7'2", 7'3". He moves slow. He move a little slow though. That's his problem. He move a little slow. But I think they should improve this year. And I think a lot of people think they're going to improve this year, especially with the addition of Drew Holiday. Brings that leadership over there, will help. I do think the Blazers are actually going to be a better team this year. And they will. They're going to get like some tough W's this year. And they could be a sneaky team out west to fight for a plan. But I got the Blazers at 22.
At 22, this is why I got the Charlotte Hornets. I'm very high on the Charlotte Hornets and LaMelo, Brandon Miller, and them boys. I think Charles Lee they're gonna be better. Last year didn't have his best players for majority of the season, damn near all the season. So now you get Brandon Miller back, you get LaMelo back. They had an off season to train, which is very important and be healthy. Um, so I think coming in, they're gonna. I think they come in, they're gonna shock a lot of people. I don't think they're gonna do what the Pistons did and go from like the worst team in the NBA, like 15 something wins to 40. But I definitely do think that they're gonna win a lot more games than they did last year.
Black Ronin, what's up, brother? Kamara with Drew, they got high defensive potential. You think
Hmm
Drew lost a step though? Did he lose a step?
A little bit, but he's still good defensively though. I wouldn't say he lost enough step like how when you saw LeBron that drop off on his defense, it was obvious. I don't think it's that obvious with Drew.
LeBron is 40. He is 40.
No, I'm talking about
Oh, you talking about?
LeBron, man. And I'll probably say that's about
He's
his
still on
first
Lakers?
year. Yeah, he was still in like his first or second year in the Lakers. You could tell like he
Oh,
lost a step defensively for sure.
no, Kamara, Tumani Kamara, that boy a defensive dog. Hey, well, I get to that later. But the last team I got at 21, this is where I got the Toronto Raptors. The
Mm.
Raptors are going to be a better team with Ingram, Scotty, Quickly. We still don't know about RJ. The bench is okay with Grady Dick, Abachi. They got some okay bench players over there, but I'm ready to see how the Brandon Ingram Scotty tandem works. I want to see how that works. Dynamic duo, like those are the two best players. And we talk about a lot, like who is the best player, who's going to initiate the offense on that team. But I think they are going to be an improved team, especially in the East. The East is weaker, so I think they actually have a chance of making a play-in spot. So I do got the Raptors at number 21.
Oh, Black Runner see that you think LaMelo could be a leader on a winning team? Honestly, no. Until LaMelo shows growth, as far as maturity wise, no, I don't think he can. I think he could be your best player, on a winning team, but as far as leader, no, I think that has to come from somebody else. Like to be honest with you, I think at that locker room, I'm not Brandon Ingram, Brandon Miller is probably low key their leader in there. Well, nah, right now it's probably Spencer Dinwiddie. But yeah, I don't think Lamelo can be a leader on a winning team. He just doesn't have that personality. You know what I mean? He's like goofy. He's laid back. You know what I mean? Like I don't really think Lamelo's a leader for real.
That will
Now
definitely
he
be
could
a
still
TikTok.
become one. He could become one, but as of right now, nah, I don't see it.
That's a TikTok right there. You got 21.
But at 21, I got the Portland Trailblazers. I like you said, I think they're going to be very competitive this year. And then with the injury to Scoot, I feel like that's a good and a bad thing for the Blazers. It's a good thing, because now you know that you have a veteran point guard, whose IQ is high, who's good defensively, and who's going to help you win a lot more games. But it's a bad thing because what do we do with Scoot now? This was Scoot's year to show what he got, to show his improvement. But now it kind of show his development, but now it kind of stunning his development because he's going to be out for at least 2 months. I mean, yeah, 2 months. Um, and then this was an opportunity to show, like, hey, I could be the starting guard for the future. But if Drew's playing well or the Blazers are playing well the first 2 months into the season, I don't think they're going to trade Drew. Like him getting hurt made me believe Drew's probably going to stay there the entire year.
That's crazy. Because I
Especially
actually bet
especially if
him.
he come back. Especially if he come back. Nah, before Scoot wasn't hurt though. Now Scoot's hurt. So it's like we have to keep Drew for it, in the essence. So if they start off good and Scoot plays bad coming back, from that hamstring, then I see them keeping Drew the entire year. But this might be Scoot might just be a backup, bro, for the rest of his career now. If he comes back and he doesn't play good, like he has to play good immediately. Like he's gonna be labeled as a backup if he doesn't the rest of his
So
career. This was his
so Scoop,
opportunity to start.
if Scoop comes back from the hamstring injury, and just hoops in his limited minutes of time, you still train Drew? Like he literally starts hooping. Okay.
I think they will. If he's hooping, if he's playing really well, I would think the Blazers would be like, you know what? Okay, we seen that he's come back off an injury and he's playing really good. He might be our point guard of the future for real. And then I think they'll trade Drew and get something back from Drew.
And even though the Blazers have a positive record by then, Drew is hooping. If they have Scoot is hooping,
now you adding shit.
Drew. Because I'm trying to figure out. I think they should keep Drew anyway.
It depends on what they are in the standings. Honestly, if they're like 7, 8, yeah, I see them keeping Drew. But if they're like 9, 10, and Scoot's playing well, I can see them trading Drew.
What if Drew Holiday is playing well? That you damn near probably need him to help. That was my point.
His trade value is better now.
But some teams like that like to keep a player like Drew. He's your leader. He's probably your de facto leader, low key. And I don't want to hear Dame. He's not the leader right now. He's just not. Like he's just not. So I don't want to hear Dame. But if Drew Holiday is playing good and they're right there, I say just keep Drew. Even though if Scoot is somehow just magically playing good, just keep both. That's the benefit. Then we could just trade Drew in the offseason anyway. We could just trade him.
Nah, but the thing is, if Scoot's playing that well, you want Scoot to continuously get those reps in and continuously get that development in. If Drew was there and they playing well, Chauncey's not gonna allow Scoot to go out there and make mistakes. He's gonna be quicker to pull him now because I know I have Drew Holiday, who's a veteran guard who I can trust. So it's like it's all about Scoot. This is all about Scoot's development. I felt like.
I don't know, but we're gonna have to wait and see. All right, let's read these off real quick, then we'll get into our point guards. All right, so at number 30, I got the Utah Jazz. At number 29, I got the Brooklyn Nets. At number 28, I got the Washington Wizards. At number 27, I got the Chicago Bulls. At number 26, I got the Charlotte Hornets. At number 25, I got the Phoenix Suns. At number 24, I got the Sacramento Kings. At number 23, I got the New Orleans Pelicans. At number 22, I got the Portland Trailblazers. And at number 21, I got the Toronto Raptors.
At 30, I got the Utah Jazz. At 29, I got the Brooklyn Nets. At 28, I got the Chicago Bulls. At 27, I got the Memphis Grizzlies. At 26, I got the Washington Wizards. At 25, I have the Phoenix Suns. At 24, I have the Indiana Pacers. At 23, I have the Toronto Raptors. At 22, I have the Charlotte Hornets. And at 21, I have the Portland Trailblazers.
Those are NBA preseason rankings, preseason standings 30 through 21.